am going to do the I Teach So Hard teacher tag, started by Darin Nakakihara and followed by many others before me. I'm a little late to the party because I've been moving into my new classroom, as some of you know. And if you don't, I have taught first grade for 10 years and I'm moving to second grade next year. So my world is changing around and it's going to be an exciting adventure. So let's get started on the tag. Number 1, what grade do you teach and how long have you taught that grade? Well, I have taught first grade for the last 10 years, but I'm moving to second grade next year. So new grade, new classroom, new curriculum, new adventures. Number 2, what adjective best describes you as a teacher and why? Over the years it has changed, of course, but I kind of feel like lately, maybe the adjective that would describe me best is fearless, because I'm kind of at the point where I'm ready to try anything. I'm going to try anything that's going to reach my kids and engage them. So if I have to go over the top crazy, I will. Number 3, if your life as a teacher was made into a movie, what movie star would play you? I think Sandra Bullock. I really like her personality, and I think that she would capture my quirkiness and my goofiness, and I think that'd be great. Number 4, think of a lesson from this year that you're especially proud of. What made it so special? Mine wasn't so much a lesson per se as it was a review of previous lessons, and that was my bakery classroom transformation. That was an awesome day. The kids did not know what to expect. I had closed the classroom door. I put a sign on the door saying opening soon, mixed up bakery, and it said the date and the time. And they had no idea. I covered up the classroom windows. Everything was hush-hush. I wouldn't let them come in the room before school started even. Had them leave their things in the hallway, and they all got to see it at the same time. That was so amazing and fun. I will link the video to that below so you can check it out too, because I did a lot of work. It was worth all the effort though, because the kids loved it and they talked about it from then to the end of the year. Number 5, tell us about a student that you think you'll likely remember forever. Well, if you've been teaching very long at all, you know that you have lots and lots of students for good and bad reasons that you will always remember. But one that sticks out in my head always is a little girl who is now, I believe, going into 5th grade. And I see her still, especially when we go to Walmart. I see her and her mom, and she's just so sweet and so wonderful, and she always gives me a hug. And if she sees me across the store, she will come running to me, give me a big hug, and we catch up on things. I'm friends with her mom on Facebook, so I've gotten to watch her grow up through the years, and I've heard about her new adventures in every grade level, and it's just really cool. And I just know that she's going to do amazing things. Number 6, at this point in the year, how do you feel about the teaching profession? Well, I've been out of school officially since May 24th. That was the last day for teachers. The kids got out the day before. Of course, I've been going back since then, moving my classroom around, but that doesn't really count as teaching or anything. How do I feel about the teaching profession? It's not what you would expect. If you're not a teacher, you probably have a completely different viewpoint of teaching. There is so much that goes into teaching that you don't think about before you get there. I love it. I would never want to stop. There are days that are hard and you go, I can't come back tomorrow. This is too much. But then you do. You pick yourself up and you go, hey, I can do this. I can do this. There's always one positive thing in your day. If you just think a little bit hard, sometimes you have to really, really try. But there's always something that will motivate you to come back. So I love it. I love it. It's a great way for you to express your creativity. It's a great way for you to influence children. It's a great responsibility as well. So it's something to be taken seriously. It's not for the faint of heart, that is for sure. You have to have mental fortitude and physical fortitude to make it through the teaching year. But we always do it, and that's why we enjoy our summer, so we can rest, rejuvenate, plan, and be ready to go when it starts back again. Number 7, how do you keep your job fun and engaging no matter how long you've been teaching? Well, I never just do the same thing twice. I don't just go, oh, well, you know, I've done this for the last blah, blah, blah years. I'm just going to do it again. Now, there are a few things that I do like to repeat each year just because it's always engaging for the kids and it's always a great lesson. Now, if it wasn't a great lesson, I would do it a different way. But most of the time, even just for me to be more engaged and have more fun, I just do new things all the time. You know, I understand the people that are like, well, this works and I've always done it this way. However, I'm just not like that. I make more work for myself, that is for sure. I am a reinvent the wheel kind of person, I will just say. But I enjoy it. I enjoy looking for new ways of doing things. I enjoy when I'm shopping, I'm always looking at things and going, how can I use that for school? Can I use that for a math manipulative? Could I use that for reading? Could we do something with science with this thing? What can I do? How can I teach the standard a new way? And that just makes it fun and interesting for all of us. Now, is every lesson phenomenal? No. Sometimes you have this great plan in your head and you go to do it and you go, oh, that did not go well. And you just go, okay, well, I need to change a few things, or maybe I just need to scrap it all together and start over. But that's kind of the fun in it, especially when you teach the lower elementary kids. They're just willing to do whatever, whenever. You'd say, hey, we're all going to stand on our heads and count by tens today. And they're like, okay, let's do it. I mean, they will do anything for you. And it's really awesome that they'll try everything. So, really cool. Number 8, what has surprised you the most since the school year started? Okay, at the beginning of the year, I think that when we were told we had to use Go Math and not really supplement it, I was a little worried. And to be honest, a little annoyed, because I've always supplemented whatever resource we have with my own creativity. And when we were told we couldn't really do that because I think they were testing out the resource to see how it stood, it really bothered me. It really, really did. And I had to wrap my head around it. It was really hard for me because it's very scripted. It's very, this is how you do it, blah, 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 blah. And to me, some of the concepts and the way they taught them were a little weird, to be completely truthful. But something that surprised me about it was that once I got into it, and I always will do what I'm supposed to do. I don't try to sneak around and do something else. Some of the lessons were just no bueno. But you make them through and you're like, okay, I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to trust the process. We're doing this for some reason. And then once you get through the hard ones, then you're like, oh, okay, I can kind of see something now. So as the year went on, it got easier and better. I won't say that I love the resource after using it, but it's workable. And I think if we're given a little latitude to adjust and to supplement, because no resource has everything that you ever need in it, then everything will be fine. And I did kind of do my own thing as far as after I use the resource, then I would do an extended lesson using those skills in a different way. So that made it workable for me too. Number 9, social media. Who are your favorite teacher tubers, teacher grammars, teacher tweeters? I'm only on Twitter because my superintendent tweets out things about school to the teachers, so I don't really do anything else on Twitter. Teacher tubers, oh, do you have half an hour to listen to me ramble? All the people. I watch pretty much everybody. I really do. The people that I kind of have a relationship with, that I've become friends with, though, would be Jeremy Michelbook from First Grade Cafe, Marieli Sanchez from Pencils and Magic Wands. We have become very good friends. Janice, also from Wan Happy Teacher. We've become good friends. Vanessa Brooks from My Second Grade Life. I really like Naturally Elementary. She just started vlogging, but she's been on Instagram for a while. And then, of course, you know, all the people that everybody watches, you know, One Fab Teacher, Real Rap with Reynolds, Pocketful of Primary, Smarty Style, Apples and Tiaras, Genuine Teaching, Darin Nakakihara, all those people. Also, Rockin' Dan Teaching Man of Australia has awesome music for kids. And EJ Kafooples in Kafoopaland, can't forget her, love her. I like Brandon from Senor S's Spanish Spot. People from Instagram, I really like Brooke Brown from Teach Outside the Box. She does tons of STEM things. Erica Boer, who's been a first grade teacher for a very long time and is big on TPT and also has a great website. I've loved her forever. Tina Bietler, who goes by Happily Ever After now because her channel name has changed a little bit because she had to retire due to health issues. There's a lot of people. It's just hard to keep them all on here. So I'll try to list a lot of people down below so you can check them out too. Number 10. Who would your dream teacher collaboration be with? I would love to collaborate with anyone, honestly. But I have some collaborations planned with Marieli Sanchez from Pencils and Magic Wands. I'd love to collaborate with Jerry Michelbook. I'd love to collaborate with Janice from Wan Happy Teacher. I have been able to collaborate with some people this last Christmas and things like that, which is really fun. But really, I would love to collaborate with anyone because it's so fun. Number 11, what is the last thing you took a picture of? Show us. Let me look real quick and I'll show you. I probably screenshot these questions, honestly. Imagine. Let's see what we got here. Okay, well, the absolute last thing I took a picture of was the questions for this tag, but that's not very exciting. So here's the very last thing that got a picture was Onyx. She's such a ding dong. So the cats love when we get boxes from Amazon. And those are the packing pillows. And she somehow got in between two of them that were stuck together and she ran around the house like that. And I thought she kind of looked like a pack mule. So my daughter chased her down with my phone and got a good picture. I had a really cruddy picture of her, but that's my dorky Onyx right there. With packing pillows. Crazy girl. All right, back to the questions. Oh, sing the last song you listened to. Oh my, you know, if you've been watching me at all, that I love Greatest Showman. So the last thing I listened to was Greatest Showman in my car. Don't really listen to a lot of music at home because usually I'm doing other things. But it would be this song. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. That's kind of my motto for this coming school year. Watch out because I'm bringing it. Yep. All right, let's see. Complete this sentence. If I weren't a teacher, I'd be a Disney princess. Hands down. That's my dream job, to be singing Disney princess in a movie. Love it. Number 14, who is your teaching hero? Tell them one thing that you really appreciate about them. Gosh, there are so many people, but a teacher that sticks out of my mind that I really admire, and I think about her periodically, is my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Stewart. Now, she was a little bit older when I had her, and so I'm thinking she might have passed on by now, but if she were out there, I want her to know that she really gave me a love for learning. And she made everything fun and exciting. And she's one of those teachers that would go home and do things. And like her husband would help her like build things. And she would bring it into the classroom so we could do lessons with it. I just remember doing lots of physical things, lots of hands-on things, when that wasn't really the style of teaching then. I mean, we're talking back in the 80s here, people. And she would have us go do stuff outside. Like I remember building a solar oven, and there was an eclipse, and so we had the little thing where you look through the little hole. We made those, and we made like yarn pot holders for our parents. And her husband made the looms out of wood and nails. He made like a whole class set of looms for us to use. So she was just one of those teachers that always went above and beyond, always made you feel like you were special. Always made you feel like you could do it no matter what. And it was really great to have someone believe in you that much, even when you didn't. Like your self-esteem wasn't great. I had only been in that school for like a year, maybe half a year at that point, because we moved in the middle of my 3rd grade year. And I knew nobody. And I wasn't a big friend maker when I was in school. I had a really hard time because I was very shy. So it was really hard for me to get in the groove of a new school. And she just made me feel really comfortable and loved. Yeah. That was the last question. What a great way to end with your teaching hero. That's awesome. Well, honestly, all of you out there that are in the trenches every day, making a difference in kids' lives, you're all my heroes. And if you haven't done this tag, I tag you next.